What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. Today, I'm bringing you guys the full review of PCS Blade. 1/3 scale statue. So they came out with two different Blade statues. This one originally, and then they also came out with the museum pose. I much prefer this one. I think it's way cooler in every possible way. You know, you get the action pose, you get 6 vampires. It's barely more expensive, like $200, and it's released now. Low edition size, 400. Big shout out to my friend over at Secret Compass. Shane took care of me. I didn't actually pre-order this. It was actually waitlisted and sold out pretty much everywhere, but Shane was able to hook me up, get me his very last one. So thank you, Shane. Secret Compass, link in the description below if you guys want to get to them. They are my go-to when it comes to PCS exclusives, Sideshow non-exclusives, and, all sorts of statues. So, let me get the tape measure. I want to measure this guy. The website lists him as like 20 inches wide, 15 inches deep, 31 inches tall. So, the tallest point is going to be his, Jupiter. Oh yeah, this is definitely a top shelf piece. It won't even fit down low. 33 inches. That doesn't fit down low. This is top shelf only. Which was my plan anyways. Width, if you're displaying that blade to this 22 inches wide. Depth is not that bad. Depth is 15 inches. So Sideshow was wrong. They said 31. It's 31 to the top of his head. But when you include the arm, it's actually 33 inches tall. A garage shelf only allows about 32 inches. So, yeah, I can't display him down low. However, looking at this piece, first off, it is super badass. I freaking love it. Secondly, this pose, I think will go much better up high. So, we're going to display him up high, right next to my Reaper. But, oh my Jupiter's cock. I am impressed. I am very impressed. This is super cool. I think they nailed it. So, let me get the sunglasses. Actually, let me look at something. I'm curious. This does have like a peg. Sunglasses. Okay. Yeah, there's no peg there. So here's the sunglasses look. These are red and they kind of have like battle damage on them. If you can see like the little white scuff here and there. So there is just like some wear on these. It does look good with the sunglasses. And then of course you have with, Oh, okay. I see how this is. These sunglasses are actually specifically supposed to go on this head. This head has a little peg back here. And so just a sec. There is a little peg that is supposed to hold it in place right there. Got it. All right. So yeah, this head holds the sunglasses. This one does not. That is why you get two portraits that look the exact same. The difference is this one has a hole for the sunglasses. So, you can obviously take it off. It's just a tiny little hole. This is what it's advertised. They don't actually even show the portrait without, but look at that portrait. That is really good. Like, the eyes are painted excellent, like really good eyes. I love that. Really good. Now, the Roaring portrait, let me see if that one also has the hole. Okay, the Roaring portrait does require the sunglasses. Obviously you don't have to, but it has this little tiny hole right there, you can see. And that's the Roaring portrait. Although, to be brutally honest, I don't think I'll ever display that. It doesn't look anything like Wesley Snipes. And I did not buy this because I love Midnight Suns. I bought this because I love Blade, Wesley Snipes as an actor. I like him a lot in all the movies he's been in. So I bought it because I wanted Blade representation in my collection. So the red sunglasses technically do not, they are not movie accurate. So I do plan to buy some black ones. The ones I was looking at were about 2 inches. Yeah, they'll fit. So I'm going to buy a black pair. The red doesn't look bad, but I would prefer to have black ones. So yeah, it's a big piece. Big piece. A lot going on. This retailed at $13.95 plus shipping and tax from Sideshow. Of course, I went through Secret Compass, avoided tax, got it less than retail. Shipping 2 boxes. You know, like that's the box. There's Jill. So, I mean, this is okay sized box. I bet by itself it's probably only like 70, 80 bucks, but there's 2 of them. I got number 132 of 400. Now, this is sold out pretty much everywhere that I can tell. Like Big Bad Toy Store, Sideshow, all the USA retailers. This is sold out. And honestly, I think this is going to fetch a high price in aftermarket. It is incredible. Look at all these guys. They have glossy teeth, glossy eyes, great paint app. You got the sunburned look. Well, you know, the look when Blade kills them. You have 6 vampires, you know, coming out almost like they're coming from under the ground, and he's just slaughtering them, ready to, you know, kill his next one. He has all the weapons, all the, you know, necessary things. He has double pistols, 3 stakes. You know, it's like utility vest and everything. Not sure what those would be. Maybe grenades? Massive cape. You know, and the cape is, you know, obviously fully sculpted, so it has that dynamic look. That's the nice thing about capes that are sculpted. They can create that flowy look where a real one would just, you know, flap down. So that's the big advantage of, you know, fully sculpted. Now, it's mostly just black, red, and gray in terms of, like, overall colors for this piece. You know, it's cape, red, back, black. Most of his costume is black, grays, reds. You know, all throughout, that is the color scheme. Black, red, gray, everywhere. Which is fine. You know, most pieces are just a few different colors. But, yeah, this looks killer, folks. This looks really good. So, let me go ahead and get the Reaper and display it next to them so I can show you guys how they look together. Although, actually, I'm not going to bring Reaper over here. I'm going to bring Blade next to Reaper. I think that's best because this has to go in the top shelf. It will not fit bottom shelf, being 33 inches tall. So, hold on, folks. Actually, before we get there, let's do some close-ups. So, yeah, I already checked out the base in the unboxing, but check out these vampires. They look really cool. Long ears, big red eyes with black pupils. You know, nice looking teeth. Overall great paint app. And this is the only one, if I can get it out, that is teeth closed. You know, and of course he's on the side. I kind of wish they would have given me a few others that had that look, you know, because this one also open. That one's, you know, open. I would have liked a semi-open. All 3 of these are all open. But I understand why, you know, they're roaring, trying to bite Blade, kill him. They're coming after him. But the vampires look excellent. Their faces look extremely well done. The skin paint app, you know, the seam lines aren't too bad at all. Like, there's a seam line there, but it's not that bad. Same with him, seam line there, but very hard to see. Blade himself, the textures look great. Paint app looks good. There's some, you know, scuff marks on his armor. You know, the weapons look good. This is big, you know, big size. And it looks great. You know, very similar to my life-size one I have. You know, and this cape has very good textures and folds. Excellent sculpt. extremely well done. The only thing I would have loved is if they made all the weapons metal, you know, because as far as I could tell, they're just resin. They do look really good, though. I'll say they're probably the best looking resin weapons I've ever seen. Yeah, very dynamic and cool. You know, let's check out some of the swap outs. So this is just him holding, you know, one of those. The stakes. Yeah, they are sharp, but they don't feel metal. You know, like the Prime 1s are all metal. And there's two of those, one for each arm. And then there is the Roaring Portrait, which loses the likeness for some reason of Wesley Snipes. Like, it still does look good, you know, because you can obviously see like all the teeth inside the mouth, the tongue. I think the eyes look better painted on the, you know, this portrait, you know, because this looks more like Wesley Snipes. You know, obviously you can still see the teeth, but dude, look at those eyes. Those are extremely well done. I'm very impressed, PCS. Most of the time, PCS eyes don't look that good. You know, they look like a Sideshow premium format. This is like Prime 1. Like, this piece feels like a Prime 1 level. Outside of the weapons, because Prime 1 does metal on their weapons, but outside of the weapons, this feels like a Prime 1 statue to me in terms of overall detail. Like, I feel like this is something Prime 1 would release and charge you $2,000 for. PCS charge you $13.95, and of course, lack of metal weapons, but, you know, the weapons still look good. You know, and they're sharp. It doesn't have like a metallic paint. It is just silver. You know, but not all swords do, you know, have a metallic look, even if it's real metal. Anyways, we're going to throw him right there. We're going to have to move Pennywise, you know, and fulfill my plan, because Blade is going top shelf in that corner. That will be the best spot for him. And then Reaper setup will realistically have to go where Pennywise is at. And we're going to need to sell XM Alien, XM Predator to make this truly happen. Anyways, let's try Blade. Alrighty, YouTubers. So here is Blade next to the ECC Reaper. All the Blade statues. The only thing I'm technically missing is the frickin' Drake. I used to own him. I sold him. Someday I may buy him back. It's just I bought him for, you know, a good price and was able to make a really good profit. Otherwise, I actually never would have sold him. But, you know, sometimes the profit, it just makes more sense to sell something. So here's Blade. He does go great in the corner as anticipated. Big piece, 33 inches tall. I think it also goes great next to Redstone, since they're both like dioramas fighting something. You know, and I may even do just, you know, I wanted to try this because, you know, I was thinking of, you know, doing Celine right there, or technically could move this over and do Celine in between those two. So, you know, that's an option if we want to keep Reaper there, or if you want to do Reaper there and do Blade and Celine here. Although I feel like Celine needs to go next to the Underworld. So, yeah, but that is how Blade looks next to a Reaper. Obviously, that is the actual vampire from the movie. Those are the video game vampires. Both extremely cool, of course. You know, I like the creature-esque look of the vampires. I think they look really cool. You know, for sure. And then, of course, that Reaper's absolute killer. You know, so yeah, there's Blade. Overall, I would rate this a 10 out of 10. You know, 10 out of 10. For how much it costs, for how it looks, for the swap outs. The only things I will say, like, in terms of what I would change, we did not get any gun swap outs. You have the guns on the, you know, wrist, but he doesn't have any actual gun weapons he can hold. I would have loved like a gun right there, for example. And so that would have been cool. Make all the weapons metal, glass eyes. Even though the eyes are extremely well painted, I would have loved glass eyes. And I guess the option to have the sword displayed on his back, if you don't do the sword display, that would have been cool. I know he, you know, displays his sword on his back in the movie, so I don't see that option. You know, the cape doesn't have like a sword holster. But, you know, those are the things I would have changed. But obviously that's me trying to make it more movie-ish, which is what I want. But as is, it's one of the best PCS statues I've ever received. I'd say this is probably second to Goro, in my opinion. I think it trumps all my MK 1/3 outside of Goro trumps any other PCS statue I've owned. So in my opinion, this is the second best PCS statue they've ever created. You know, I think it's better than Ghostface and Leatherface and Myers. And those are all exceptionally well done statues. Same with like Pumpkinhead. You know, they're all very good, but Blade takes the cake. He's the best 1/3 next to Goro for me. Anyways, let me know what you guys think of this PCS Blade statue. Do you like this look, or do you think I should return Reaper there and do Blade there? And for now, I could do Red Sonja there. I think I might do that for now. I'm going to try that look, and I'm in the process of, you know, doing the whole Pennywise over there. You know, I'm fixing the nail holes, and technically, you know, doing this, I only need to technically sell one Predator statue, unless I sell one Predator bust, but I can technically keep, for example, XM Alien, you know, and sell XM Predator, or, you know, whatever. But, yeah, for right now, until we get something sold, we'll keep it like this. And I'll probably bring Red Sonja and throw her up over here. Let's actually see how that looks. Alrighty, folks, so there it is, Red Sonja next to Blade. 2 1/3 dioramas. They barely fit on this 36-inch wide shelf. I'd say a 48-inch would definitely do it much better, because it is very tight. But they do look really cool together, as you see. You know, if Red Sonja does that pose, she's obviously 37 inches tall, so she is taller. But on any other pose, well, the sword down pose, Blade is taller. But very good scaling as well on PCS. So there you have it, folks. PCS Blade 1/3 scale statue. You know, gauge size comparison. You know, so very, very cool statue. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.